Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob Sutton. We're back here with another video today. Today I want to talk about the 10 ways that you can make your home smarter for under 50 bucks. So let's get at it. So to start, I'm going to skip over products like the Amazon Dot and other ones that are only voice activated products that you could put in your house. We're going to get into 10 products that actually have function outside of just voice activation. So number one, cheap smart plugs. These things are incredibly cheap and you can turn any outlet into your house into a smart outlet without having to rip out and do anything with wiring or anything else. They just plug directly in and then you plug whatever device you want to into the plug itself, which is pretty awesome because it means that you could put lights on schedules, voice activate, turn on and off, and have all the application control that you want, and for a really cheap price. So if you don't want to start ripping out outlets in your house, but you want to get that smart functionality, this is a great way to do it. And number two, and probably the most obvious one, that is smart lighting. Now I know lighting can get pretty expensive in the house, but there are so many brands out there now that have under $50 options for LED Wi-Fi light bulbs that it really is a good thing to start spreading throughout the house. It allows you to do a lot of different things. And one, that's put lights on schedules. Like for instance, our living room lights will be at 100% during the day, then dim at 6 p.m. to about 50%. And then go completely off at 10 o'clock without even having to touch a light switch. The other thing you can do with these is turn basically any outlet into a switched outlet, because you can use voice activation or an app to turn the lights on and off. We actually did this in our living room where we didn't want to have to bring an electrician to wire two of the outlets back to a switch. So we just put in smart bulbs and it allowed us to have lighting in a place where we wouldn't have been able to before because those outlets weren't switched. Now, one thing I will say about smart lighting is once you buy into one brand, I would basically stick with that one. You don't want 3 or 4 different apps for controlling those lights. You really just want one. So while you can tie multiple brands into an app like HomeKit from Apple and some others, it really makes it a lot easier if you just stick with one brand in the beginning. That way you can have their app to control everything as well as any other apps that you have on your phone or on your computer. And then number 3, a video doorbell. We use the one from Ring and I can't tell you how big of an upgrade that is for under $50. What that actually allows you to do is basically have a security camera at the front of the house. You can communicate with delivery drivers. You can see who's at the front door and talk to them. It does a lot of overall stuff for a really inexpensive cost and a really easy install. So there's really no reason not to have one these days because it opens up a lot of possibilities that you don't have at your front door with a regular doorbell. And that brings us to number 4, Amazon Alexa Show 5. Now I said I wasn't going to talk about dots, but these Show 5s we actually have throughout the house because they offer some unique features that you don't get out of a separate just voice activated speaker. One, they have a screen on them. So I can actually video conference from me and my wife to her office to mine since we're 2 floors away. 2, I can actually communicate and see my Ring doorbell up front because it integrates with that as well. So there's a lot of different features these Show 5s do that make it so it's not just a dot that actually activates Alexa for you. And number 5, a smart garage door opener. I can't tell you how much we use the one that we have from Tailwind that I actually reviewed in a link that you'll find up here. It does several different things really well for us. One, if there's ever an instance where we're not home yet and my son gets off the school bus a little bit early or we're just a little bit late, I can open the garage door automatically for him and close it right back down behind him. And I know whether it's open or not. So there's that ability to let people in the house that I need to, like my family or friends that need access to the house without wanting to hide a key outside or something else that's a lot less secure. So it makes it so I can have that access to the house very easily. The other thing it does is it's actually automated. So I can run it through HomeKit and it does an automation as soon as I go down the driveway, or the sensor will pick up in the car and it will come on automatically. You can even see it on CarPlay if you want to because it integrates with HomeKit. So it's a pretty cool feature to have that you actually have access to your house without having to think about it. And number 6. A smart thermostat. Now I realize these Echo Bees that I use in the house are not under $50, but you can find some from Amazon and others that are actually under $50. And these save you money by being able to run schedules throughout the day and be able to save some money on power because you can actually turn it off when you're away, or turn it back on when you have that Wi-Fi access through an app. The Echo Bees have some other features that actually make them even better, but even a simple Wi-Fi thermostat with an app does a pretty good job, and it allows you to see what's going on in your house when you're not there and able to save just a little bit of money at the same time. And then number 7, which is kind of in the same category, and that's a smart smoke detector. Now these are really cool because you actually get alerts to your phone when something's going on in your house when you're not at home. Now there's one big problem with these is 1, they are under $50 a piece, but 2, you have to replace all of the ones in your house at once. So this could be either a really cheap upgrade or a really expensive one, depending on how many you have in your house that you have to replace. Because these actually talk together and you can't just replace one of them with a different brand or it messes up your entire system. And number 8, a smart lock. These do several different functions really well. One, like the garage door opener, it allows access to your house to people that need it. And two, you can actually set up different codes for different people. So if you have family staying in town, you can give them a separate code without giving them your main one, and they can have access to the house for that week, and then you can just delete the code later when you don't need it anymore. So you can do a lot of really cool things with smart locks, and it makes it a lot easier to control who has access in and out of your house from the front door. And number 9, a motion detection switch. Now, if you don't want to get your whole house integrated with some kind of voice function, these allow you to get that kind of same serviceability. When someone walks into a room, you're able to just turn on the lights. A lot of them will even detect when there's not motion in a room and turn off the lights for you as well, which could save on power, or just, when kids leave the lights on all day long. So if you do not want to get all integrated into some kind of voice or Wi-Fi access, a motion detector for your light switch is a great option. And then number 10, a smart scale. I can't tell you how much we love our scale. It allows you to track not only your weight, but your other body stats all through an app. So there's no wondering how your progress has been throughout the year. This is a really great option to have in our master bedroom that really helps out with tracking those specific needs throughout the year as we go forward. So guys, those are the 10 products that I use that are under $50 that make my house just a little bit smarter. I want to hear what you guys use in this same price range down in the comments section below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to Rob Sutton for more videos like this in the future. And until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.